This video has been made possible by Rebusfarm, the professional render service.
Right guys, this is where we left off in part 1. We are still in Maya. We have everything drag selected and we're going to go up to File, Export Selection. I'm going to choose what type of export I want. I'm going to use an OBJ. So let's just see where it is, OBJ, and we'll call this microphone. And I'll just save that out of my desktop, and there we go. And then we're going to jump into Keyshot. Here we go. Right, here we are. We're going to go to File. We're going to go to Import. Let's take our microphone and open that up with our defaults. And there it is. Okay. Now, let's see if we can find some appropriate materials for this guy. So what we're going to do is obviously we're going to go in our material tab to metal, and we kind of need to decide what type of metal we want for this. Okay, so it's all kind of clean. So let's take this and push that in there and have a good look. You can see that it has a structure going on the metal. And we can decide whether we want that or not, but we're just going to try something else first. Okay, so let's see. This kind of looks a little bit old school, and don't be fooled by the fact that it looks the way it looks because of the lighting. And just to show you, if we go into environment and I just drag in a different type of light, it looks completely different. Okay, so let's do that first. Let's go into our backdrop. We'll push this in just to make that nice and white, and then we'll go into our environment. We'll choose something that we like. This is kind of a cold scene down here, a bit bluish light. That's not too bad actually. We'll go back to our material. We'll do the same material here, and looks like we got all of it. Okay, we can actually add some texture to it later on, but first let's deal with the most difficult part, which is that yellow right there. Okay, so let's see if we have an option to do that. I'm thinking something that's perforated, possibly even a black metal. So we'll have to kind of figure that out. Okay, we got something that's old here. Let's try this. Color wise, not too bad, but this is going to be a bit more tricky. Let's see. This is getting closer, and then we're going to double click on it. We're going to get close in, and we're going to look at the roughness. We're going to make this very rough so that it somewhat resembles foam or foam type material. Okay, and then we still need to have a different material for the rest. You can see that these two strips here are separate. That's fine. We're going to add a different material to that. Let's first dive into this guy here. So let's see. Let's try that. That's not bad. And then what we can do is take the black here for the sides, which adds a nice touch, I think. And we'll find a nice angle for our render. And now mainly it's all about lighting and what angle we're going to choose, and how we're going to set up the render and so forth. Okay, so let's choose something like this, and let's start with our background. Now we can do very dark, which could work. Let's go with a little bit lighter. That's actually not too bad. We got a bit of vignetting going on there. Just for argument's sake, we'll try this. This actually pops nicely, so we'll do that. All right. Then we're going to choose our lighting. We can try a studio lighting, and we'll go to our panels, overhead. This is kind of my favorite for something like that. And again, it doesn't disappoint. However, let's just try some other stuff. Not going to go with outdoor because, you know, typically this would be indoors. That's nice too. Yeah, we're going to stay with that one. Okay, so that's good. And let's see. Yeah, it's sharp, it pops, it's nice. We're going to go over here. We're going to start at the right end. We're going to go to the image. Let's see if we can tweak the brightness a little bit. We're going to leave that. We're going to turn on effects. I'm going to increase the vignetting a bit, like so. That's all good. I'm going to leave that. Camera, I'm not going to mess with that. Lighting, I want to have a full simulation going on here, which is cool. We're going to increase the ray bounces a bit. Shadow quality should be good, of course. I'm going to turn off interior mode because that usually helps. In this case, not so much. We don't need caustics though, so that's turned off. So that's fine. Environment. We can tweak that if we want. We're going to click on the Hdr I Editor. And here we have some settings that we can tweak with if we want. Let's see. I'm just blurring that a bit, and it's blurring the HDRI, so it's not necessarily the image. We're going to go to pins, and I'm going to add one, and I'm going to move that around just to see. Well, if you look at the bottom of our microphone, so this area here, that kind of pops when we move that pin in there. You can see as we move it out. So I'm going to go somewhere halfway with that. Okay. Just to honestly to distract the fact that it's a little bit more square than I wanted, but I'm still happy with it, so it's okay. So that's that. Then our materials, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to textures, and let's see if we can add something to our metal that will make it look better. Okay, so let's see, we got gradients, we got normal maps even. The question is what would work. So let's try this, and I'm going to use that as a bump, obviously, which is not bad, because by doing that, hang on, bump, yeah. Let's try the scale here. Let's bring that scale way down. I want it to look a little bit like that hammered steel, kind of the World War II look maybe. Yeah, that's actually not bad. And I want that up here as well. So we're going to go with 0.15. Yeah, I like that effect a lot. Okay, so that makes it makes all the difference in my opinion. Then for the stand down here, if we would, we could, for example, take this and then apply it as a bump, and again bring down the scale. Yeah, looks okay. All right, so in my opinion, this is what it should be. Maybe this bump is a bit too strong, so we'll just see here. Maybe 0.10. See how that looks. that one as well. Okay, and just because I'm not satisfied easily, we're just gonna revisit this lighting one more time. Yep. We're going to leave it like this. Okay, we're going to go into our render settings. We're going to go to render. First, we're going to go to options, maximum samples. We're going to go back to output. And I want to call this microphone render. I'm going to save that out on my desktop. There we go. I want this to be in 1280 by 720, 150 dpi is fine, and we're gonna hit render. I'll see you guys when it's done. Right guys, this is the final result for our microphone, and you know, I'm not unhappy with it. I think it looks okay. Hopefully it will give you some thought on how to address your own model, because that's kind of the purpose of this whole thing. And if you have any questions, let me know. Well, that said, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for your support. If you like my videos, hit that subscribe button, and see you guys next time. Bye.